Hi guys, Bomber here. Welcome back to the channel, and finally the new expansion is out. Today we're gonna be seeing a new deck, which I kinda feel will be the meta deck to go for. This time around is the time of Soraka Tahm Kench. So yeah, of course, this is a Soraka Tahm Kench deck, as the deck name says, so we run both of those. They actually work pretty well together because Tahm Kench, since he has the Unacquired Taste card, which damages him basically because the unit that you want to capture strikes him before he actually captures it. So of course you want to target something that has less than 6 attack, so that actually Tahm Kench can survive that attack unless they do like a spell that buffs the unit that you're capturing and stuff like that. And then after you take the damage, then you want to heal it back, thanks to Soraka. If she's leveled up, then obviously it's much better. Because you can fully heal him. You can't actually fully heal him back if he is at 1 HP and you have to heal it 4. So yeah, and so Soraka is very strong with Tahm Kench, but then also all the Tahm Kench package, like Lounging Lizard, then we've got Fortune Croaker, Boxtopus, and Krusty Codger. Actually works very well in a kind of an aggro deck, if you think about it. Because yeah, this deck is very cheap if you look at it. Like the curve is pretty much all on the 2 mana spot, and it basically caps out at 4 with Tahm Kench being one of those. So yeah, very cheap, aggressive deck. Yeah, so the healing part is actually pretty good, both because in aggro it's kind of underestimated how important it is to have healthy units. You just want the attack most of the times, but actually if an aggro player has units with with a lot of health, it's actually much harder for a control player or a mid-range one to actually remove those threats. So even if you sacrifice a bit of attack for that little bit more of sturdiness, then it is actually insane. For example, Boxtopus or Krusty Codger, if they can be healed back to 4, then they're pretty much invulnerable to any removal that is in the game. So very strong. Then we, as an aggro strategy, we also have a lot of ways to draw. Fortune Croaker, Guiding Touch, Pale Cascade, and of course the leveled up Soraka, which is an insane draw engine. And then we have Astral Protection. This card, as I say in my review, is actually very strong because that's like mainly as a reactive tool. You punish them by like healing a target that they're trying to remove and also granting it a permanent buff. Like on Tahm Kench, this could actually matter a lot because you increase by a lot the removing capabilities of Tahm Kench, and then you can always heal it back to full thanks to Soraka even more. And of course, if everything fails, oh yeah, so we also have a copy of Broadback Protector, because it's actually a very good card to have in a self-damaging archetype, because we want stuff to be damaged to then heal them back. Also very good against aggressive strategies, as you heal in your Nexus. Bastion to counter those occasional removals, like for example, if Culling Strike or Vengeance becomes starting to be a thing, to remove Tahm Kench and Soraka, which are pretty weak to those. And then finally, we also are running Star Spring, because as I've said, you have basically 3 ways of winning. The first one is to simply overwhelm your opponent. If they're running a very controlly deck, then you start with Krusty Codger into Boxtopus, and then maybe Lounging Lizard, and then you start dealing an insane amount of damage. But if everything fails, then of course you have the Tahm Kench value game, where you actually level up Tahm Kench and you basically remove everything that they throw at you every turn, which is also very insane. And as well as the Soraka value game, which lets you draw a lot of cards, and if they are cheap, then it is better, and of course they are. And finally, you have the Star Spring win condition. Like if the aggressive nature of the deck those gets countered, then you still like have the backup plan, and this is very strong, because for just a 2 mana investment you are healing everything. So like you are helping Soraka level up, you are, as I said, you are making your units more difficult to remove by healing them, and as well as for just 2 mana that you can also cast, not necessarily a turn 2. If you have to put pressure, you can even cast it later. And for just 2 mana, you are giving your opponent a clock, basically. So they know that at some point in the game you're going to win just by this card. If they don't have a way to remove the landmark, then they're pretty much screwed. But even if they do, they have still to account for your aggressive nature, while as well working towards removing the Star Spring, which has started already to generate value most of the times. So yeah, this deck feels very solid. It has a lot of ways to win, as I said, and pretty much has a good matchup against every kind of archetype. So I can expect a nerf, especially on Tahm Kench, I guess, because it can be definitely countered, like with Calling Strike, as I said in my review video, but it is so narrow, like the things that counters Tahm Kench are so narrow and so specific that, yeah, this may feel a bit oppressive, meta-oppressive. If the meta is evolving to counter specifically Tahm Kench, then Tahm Kench is not that great, but the meta has to change just because Tahm Kench exists. So you have to have a lot of removals, a lot of tricks, and so yeah, I probably expect a nerf on Tahm Kench, or at least a kind of a rework. Like the run start, create an acquired taste is a bit too much value and pressure that most of the decks, like if it was like create an acquired taste on play, and then you have to add more capture synergies, because there are actually not a lot of capture synergy. Yeah, this probably would be more healthy. But yeah, anyway, this is more like a balance aspect and not necessarily talking about this deck specifically. So yeah, without further ado, let's take a look at this deck in some games. So okay, as you see guys, we are currently at Platinum, but last season we were into Master. So I guess that this player also was into Master, because it is kind of difficult to be already at Platinum if you weren't at Master, just for the reset. So yeah, we're up against a Soraka, which is kind of a deck I talked about in my top 3 decks to use. So maybe this is one of my subscribers, if so, let me know in the comments. But yeah, with this deck, our own, it's very important to get Soraka and Tahm Kench. So even just the Mountain Goat, it's okay as a 2-drop to stay on curve. But yeah, we really badly need Soraka and Tahm Kench. So yeah, this curve is very smooth. We start off with a 2-2, which puts a little bit of pressure. Then we go as well into Boxtopus, and on turn 3 Soraka, so that we also heal the Boxtopus. So yeah, a kinda passive play from him. Now he could punish us with an Avalanche, so maybe going for the attack here is safer. But I don't know if this deck runs Avalanche. My own deck did run Avalanche, but I don't know if this is the exact same deck. Okay, so he doesn't run that, so this is quite a lot of damage already. He's at 12, almost at half. And also we did get the Tahm Kench. So this is probably the best opener that we could possibly get. Now, okay, he's going for Brom. He will probably target my Boxtopus. So now the best option will probably be to not go for Tahm Kench, and instead go for the Pale Cascade on the Boxtopus to punish him. So yeah, let's probably play the Mountain Goat just to put additional pressure. And if he goes to trade one of those, then we Pale Cascade into that. So yeah, let's bait him a little bit. Okay, yeah, he went for it. And this is an hard punish, and already a good game. This was a very quick match. But yeah, he didn't play around that. Now next turn, okay, what he has? Pale Cascade of his own, okay, that's understandable. But yeah, he still doesn't trade the Boxtopus. And the next turn we can heal him another time. Yeah, okay, the Star Spring is very good with the regeneration, as I said in my review. This turn we probably want to go for Tahm Kench, so that the next turn we force him a bit to attack with Brom immediately. We can trade the Mighty Poro, and we might as well attack into Brom, because next turn we are removing it anyway. And he still has to play around a second Pale Cascade on the Mountain Goat, but I don't know if I want to go for that. So okay, the Mighty Poro is not dying, which is interesting. We probably want to keep the... Yeah, no, we really want to go for Tahm Kench here. So we could still be punished by an Astra protection or stuff like that. So it is much safer to just capture it. Broad-backed protector. Okay, interesting. We might as well go for a Crusty Codger here. Probably this 1 mana spell that we keep, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, you see, the Star Spring is already at 9. Which is very threatening. But we do have a way to remove that in our deck in the form of Divergent Paths. So we just need to level up Soraka so that our draw engine can start. So yeah, as you see, we force him to attack, basically. We can as well force him to spend resources even more on the Brom, so that he actually doesn't level up. We could do that. So what we do here is... no, probably we have to remove. We have to remove the Mighty Poro. But, I don't know, this is kinda clunky. I don't know if I want to remove the Mighty Poro to get an additional attack in, basically, or if I want to heal. Probably heal there. So that we level up Soraka as well. We want to play the Guiding Touch this turn. So that the Pale Cascade, because we want to play the Pale Cascade right now. Okay, an additional Tahm Kench, this is looking pretty good. He could go for a Pale Cascade of his own though, which is kinda a punish for what we did here. But hey, he did play already one. So, okay. Very good. It was probably not worth it to play around the second Pale Cascade. And we still have mana for an Acquired Taste, which you can use to probably remove the Broad-backed Protector. So that the Tahm Kench is healthier. But you know what? We kinda want to trade with Buxtapus. And next turn this will be tradable by Buxtapus. And if we jam it, then this can survive the Buxtapus. So it's probably better to go for an Acquired Taste on the Mighty Poro. Yeah, this feels better. We will not go for the gem now, but we will next turn, so doesn't really matter. So next turn Soraka is going to be leveled up, and Star Shepherd. And when she's going to attack, she will heal to full Tahm Kench. So what we could do here is, okay, Divergent Paths, really important here, because as soon as he goes for the win, then we just Divergent Paths it. And yeah, we jam the Crusty Codger. Just so, you know, I don't know why I did that, because I wanted to heal the Tahm Kench, but for a moment I was like, okay, I heal the Buxtapus with Soraka. So yeah, now we kind of have to commit for the Soraka heal, and we have to hope that what will be in Tahm Kench reach can be actually traded with Tahm Kench. It is pretty threatening to attack with Tahm Kench, because if this gets healed by any amount, then we're pretty much screwed. Pale Cascade, probably. Okay, Flash Freeze. Interesting. So this doesn't get traded, but it's okay, we're pushing a bit of damage. If we did sacrifice an attacker, we would have gotten less damage in. So yeah, I'm happy with this. Now we could make Tahm Kench level up. And if you think about it, he doesn't have a way to remove the Tahm Kench in his deck. He could have not even an Ice Quake. An Avalanche doesn't trade, Tahm Kench. So we could commit to a double Bayou Branch. Or maybe one Bayou Branch and then an Acquired Taste on the Soraka. He's kinda not expecting a Bayou Branch, I think. We already healed with Soraka, so probably the gem is better later. So pick an ally. What is the wording here? What should we choose first? An ally captures another ally. Okay, so we choose these to capture Crusty Codger. Yeah, I don't think that he has a way to counter these. Probably doesn't. So yeah, let's go for these. Then an acquired taste on his Soraka, and this is pretty much the game. We also have an answer to the Star Spring, which is at 10 out of 22. So even if he goes for a Soraka's Wish, this only heals 2 and this 5, so it's 7. And this is at 17 out of 22. So yeah, we don't have to worry about him going for the win right now. Okay, swallow an enemy. So Tahm Kench is leveling up, which is very, very insane. This is actually the first time that I level up Tahm Kench. So yeah, very, very big Tahm Kench. We also resummoned the Crusty Codger, which doesn't really... it's not really that important. It was much more important to remove the Soraka. So yeah, we did remove the Soraka, and... Also, you actually don't see what Tahm Kench obliterated. Interesting. So yeah. Now the Star Spring is at 14. So we want to get as much value as possible from removing the Star Spring, meaning that we want him to heal as much as possible and then just remove it. We have really to remember to keep the Divergent pass. I may forget about it. So yeah, he's passing here. And if you think about it, we probably can go for a gem here. Just because we want to heal, draw. Thanks to Soraka. And we kinda also want to an acquired taste. Just because it's very valuable to remove a unit, and also this gives him much less things to heal. Right now he can only heal this for 1. Okay, the Infinite Mind Splitter. Okay, but we can still remove that with just a bit of healing. Okay, so the Infinite Mind Splitter is actually pretty interesting. But this is really the same deck list that I probably said. So with like maybe more like Regeneration, with like also Troll, Ravager, or whatever is the name. So now we need really badly to remove these. How do we go about this? We could probably go for a Lounging Lizard. And we let the Lounging Lizard be eaten by Tahm Kench. So that then next turn, the Tahm Kench... This is pretty clunky. So that now the Tahm Kench will be at 9 health. We can't really heal it thanks to Soraka. Because we can't attack with Tahm Kench since it's stunned. It was kinda interesting that he didn't remove the Soraka from the attack, so this means that we can heal still. So yeah, we kinda have to go for Bayou Branch. I think. So yeah, this at some point will be resummoned. If he doesn't have a way to deal with our Tahm Kench. So yeah, this is at 5:15. This is probably the turn that he goes off. Fortune Crocker. Yeah, we could go for a Fortune Crocker. Because now the thing to play around is a Pale Cascade. We just want these to be at 11. So that even if you Pale Cascades, it doesn't matter. So we probably are Fortune Crocking here. So that we can probably draw into some heal. Another Lounging Lizard. Doesn't really help. Avalanche. Interesting. So now he has ways to heal. We have still the Boxtopus. So even if we get some gems, we can also just challenge it. But not this turn. We can't really attack with Soraka, because it will just trade with it. Which is kind of unfortunate. So we want to get a heal. So the gem, we probably want to attack with the Mountain Goat. And even if he takes the block with the Infinite Mind Splitter, then later on we can trade it with the Buxtopus and the gem. Because this will get a +1/+1. So okay, now we have to watch out for... again, we always have to watch out for a Wish, or a Soraka's Wish. But this is an 8/8 at most, so even if he goes for a Wish, this will get at 19. Which is interesting. And we can also still go for an Acquired Taste on like the Kindly Tavern Keeper. But yeah, we kinda hardly want to remove the Infinite Mind Splitter. We might as well put him on a clock with like Lunging Lizard.
My comestibles are getting cold.
So yeah, we probably want to go for Lunging Lizard here. Or again, looking for a heal. Yeah, I kinda like the Lunging Lizard because this keeps us at the 2 mana point. So yeah, we kinda very hardly need the heal just to draw. Okay, it's blocking with that, which I'm kinda fine with. And yeah, well, now we are probably healing Soraka, I guess. So yeah, this is just to get the draw. Another Soraka, okay. Interesting. So yeah, okay, this was actually kinda scary. Because if he blocked with that, and then he wished, then this would have been at A3, he would have healed for 5. This last turn was at 17, so yeah, we could actually have lost there. I didn't consider that. Brom, so this is at the round hand. The win condition happens at round hand. We got a Soraka's Wish. But you know, at this point, if we had another Divergent Paths, then we could have also drew our landmark, which was pretty interesting. Yeah, we don't have that, so let's probably... I don't know. This is also... oh, this is always dead to an avalanche. So this probably matter less. At 2 or at 1, this is the same. Okay, Bayou Branch is actually pretty insane. We might consider this turn going for a Bayou Branch into an Acquired Taste that removes the Mind Splitter. This will cost 5, so we still have 4 left, which we can use to counter the Star Spring if he goes for the win. So yeah, I kinda like that. This is very, very committal. Like if he has a silence, how does this work? If it is like if he has Ash and he silences the Tahm Kench just for this round, does he remember what he has captured? This is actually pretty interesting. I don't know that interaction. We could preemptively go for a Bastion. But then if this round... yeah, we probably have to chill. Because now it is more pressing to remove the Star Spring. So let's probably chill and go for like a Buxtopus. I don't know. Because yeah, if he attacks with Brom on a 4... or even a 2, yeah. Because this will heal 2 as well. Now he is winning, basically. So the regen from Brom will happen at next turn anyway. But he's still healing for 3. And I don't know if first is the heal. And then once I've seen... okay, no, okay. Because this will deal 3. No, okay, because this will heal just for 2 at round hand, and this will be a 20 out of 22. And then the regen will happen at round start, next turn. So yeah, we can milk it a bit more, We can milk it a bit more. So we probably still can go for Bastion on Tahm Kench preemptively for the Ashe. Let's see what it does. If he passes here, then I'm fine, because we just keep the spell mana. And I'm guessing that this is the way that it will go. This will heal just for 2, then the Brom at round start will heal, and at the round end this will not happen until next round, where we actually go for the divergent paths. So yeah, you see. Now he's at 22, but this happened at round start, so yeah. Very, very interesting. Okay, so now we have to go for divergent paths. Okay, yeah, a bit of disconnection here and there. Okay. So now we can safely go for a Bayou branch on the Soraka. Or maybe we could be a bit safer and just play another Launching Lizard, since we don't really care about like the Crusty Codger, for example. So yeah, let's just play it safe, keep the Soraka. We also have the Guiding Touch to finally heal even a bit more Tahm Kench. But yeah, let's just go crazy on Tahm Kench. Let's capture these, then the turn after that we can finally release whatever is inside of Tahm Kench, which at this point kind of don't know. Can you see what he has captured? Oh yes, an Acquired Taste, Broadback Protector, Launching Lizard, and another Launching Lizard. Okay, interesting. Yeah, let's go for this. Well, this deck is very, very... Not that hard, but it's pretty hard to pilot. So now this is safe from an Ashe. If he has a double Ashe, then okay, good game. Well played. Astral Protection could also matter. Okay, Divergent Paths, very, very interesting, because now we have to remove his Starsprite. But then next turn we can play our own Starspring as well. And we have a kinda huge Tahm Kench to heal, which by himself could actually make the Starspring level up, as well as with the Soraka's Wish we could probably achieve a full win in just one turn from the Starspring. Which again, so you see, just for a 2 mana investment you can combo it insanely. Yeah, so let's remove that so that we gain back our Tahm Kench basically. Can't really go for the Ashe, and yeah, it's just it's like you know, you can't remove the Starspring. I won anyway, but yeah, instead we can. So you see, you can't really Bastion the Starspring, right? Probably you can't do that because it says a unit. So okay, we did remove the Starspring, so now he has to heal 22 more. Divergent Paths. Okay, so he's trying to get an additional one. I hope that it was I've seen. Yeah, so yeah, it restarts basically. So we are safe. We can also try and get basically a heal from Soraka, but it doesn't really matter. But at least we can remove the... Oh yeah, we can remove the Star Shepherd. Even if he goes for a Pale Cascade, we don't really matter. But actually, you know, you could have a Stargazer into a heal, basically, next turn, which could make this elusive. And we don't really have an elusive blocker yet, because we have to release the other 2 Launching Lizards from Tahm Kench. So yeah, it's probably safer to just chill. If this is not damaged, this is the only way that he can win right now. By damaging it, having a Stargazer, then healing it back next turn, so that he can win. Okay, another Acquired Taste. Yeah, okay, we drew like, how many Tahm Kench it is? Also, you see the combo potential on these. We drew a lot of cards, He also did, but it is because of Soraka. So now I don't know. We probably have the most health here. Okay, another infinite mind splitter. Oh, come on. But yeah, we can still, like we go with divergent paths, we get the landmark, then we play both Soraka's Wish and an Acquired Taste. So we have full mana to do that. We do care about health amount. Yeah, we can, if we challenge this, it removes a blocker. Then we can like block with the 3-1, or even if we have to block with Soraka, the 22-3, or even just with the first run Crocker. And then the 8-8, we could take that. So yeah, let's probably go for this additional win condition, if everything fails. So yeah, let's go for Star Spring, Soraka's Wish. How much this is going to heal? 13. This could be a win right now, here and now. Okay, so he's still going for the attack. Yeah, if it is just these, if he just wants to summon the Mighty Poro, which won't even be summoned, probably is working towards the Star Spring, I'm guessing. So yeah, now he kinda has to remove the Star Spring already. Okay, this will be at 19. Okay, interesting. Yeah, we just did this to heal Tahm Kench to full, so that he could trade the Infinite Mind Splitter. This is already at 19. This is insane. Yeah. Yeah, good game. Well played. Very, very interesting game. So yeah, guys, as you have seen, this deck is really, really fun to play. It's really interesting. It has a lot of things to think about. When you want to buy your branch, when you want to Soraka's Wish, if you want to go for the combo aspect of Star Spring, or if you want to slam it on the early turns. But then you have to watch out for the Destroy a Landmark, which are pretty much only available to Targon and Noxus, if ever Noxus is going to be meta again. So yeah, very, very interesting deck. Also, all the heal that you could get from Soraka, or even the Guiding Touch and stuff like that, or even the Broad-Backed Protector, is even very, very good against aggro. So this deck probably is very good, or even just Tahm Kench, removing stuff continuously, and then being healed back by Soraka. It is very hard to deal for aggro strategies. So this deck will probably survive the meta that was there before these expansions, and this is a very, very strong deck on its own. So this will probably shake the meta by quite a lot. I already expect stuff like Calling Strike, Vengeance returning to the meta, because yeah, Tahm Kench is really, really oppressing, as I've said in the intro. But yeah, anyway, so that's it for this video. Hope you liked it and find it useful, and as always, see ya.